failed, and I knew that this was gonna happen, but I don't think I really understood what that meant until EnDerr pointed it out here in the chat. We have nothing but ZvZ left.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Revenant in the chat. There we go. We are getting fully into Southeast Asia right now. We got the Philippines, Hong Kong, Vietnam, and India.
It's
this is the entirety of the Zerg-Muta Triangle.
Exactly. I was gonna say not even Southeast Asia. This is the Zerg-Muta Triangle plus the Guardian of that South China Sea. Oh boy.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's what you want to see as we start our semifinals on Lightshade LE here in the bottom right-hand corner map, starting all the way in the bottom right-hand corner of the map. We have the blue Zerg player. He is coming out from Manila metro area over in the Philippines, staying over at that team house. He is looking to conquer as he looks to see, and also can't say that one. He is representing Liab Esports. He is EnDerr.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the Vietnamese Zerg player. He is red. He is representing Intensity Esports. Another one of those triangular Zerg players. He is part of the Zerg-Muta Triangle. It is MeomaikA. Lord Loken's firstborn.
Oh, indeed he is. Meanwhile, Zeph in the chat. Yo! Mio versus Joe. Go Joey.
Yep.
Somehow that always happens, but I think maybe
it could be different.
This might be the day. Yeah, I feel like this is definitely the day where it's most likely we won't see that happen. And it's still very likely we'll see MeomaikA versus Gogo Joey in that finals, but considering who the opponents are here in the semifinals, there's a very good chance at least one of them isn't making it all the way.
I mean, the mold is already starting to break a little bit. I don't know if you remember this, but in the last MEC Weekly, we had a Gogo Joey versus Starduck finals. Like that that was crazy. No one saw that happening. And to be fair, Starduck this week he was unable to make it past Azure in the first round, unfortunately. But again, it does what it does is it shows everyone, hey, like, you know, these guys, they can bleed, right? Like MeomaikA isn't 100% unstoppable. Someone like EnDerr can definitely take a series off of him.
He absolutely can. He's done it many times in the past, actually. That's why we call him El Conquistador. He has usurped MeomaikA's dominant position at the top of the C region a couple of times, but usually that only happens towards the end of the year for whatever reason.
Exactly. And things are kind of starting to heat up because MeomaikA did go for a very fast Evo chamber. There it is. We got +1 melee on the way. We got a link flood coming from MeomaikA. Meanwhile, EnDerr, he has not scouted the main whatsoever. He is unaware of it, and so far he's playing this out very standard, which is dangerous against someone like MeomaikA.
I wish you could see the grimace on my face right now, because EnDerr is making a baneling nest so far forward in its natural base, looking primed to get sniped, and he doesn't have too much creep over here. These are slow lings, mind you.
Exactly. The scout gets denied as well. The ling of EnDerr does not even get into the natural base. What's important though is that at least EnDerr didn't skip the baneling nest. There are a lot of Zerg players I'm looking at you, Demi, that skip baneling nest, go straight into roaches, and it can be really scary, especially against something like this. So we do have a couple of defensive banelings, only 2 for now. Meanwhile, MeomaikA is sending a couple links towards the third base. EnDerr did spot it with his Overlord.
And honestly, 2 is just enough to clear out this amount of Zerglings, assuming you get the most perfect connections in the world. Which, again, if you're up against MeomaikA, yeah, I favor your odds of getting those connections.
Exactly. Like against MeomaikA, you know, this is what you want. You want to be in Ling Bane wars against him because he just isn't really known for his control. Oh boy. Meanwhile, we do see that third base for MeomaikA. More than anything though, I think it's just for show. I think it's just for larva. As we have plenty of Lings out here. +1. It's still on the way. Still not quite done for MeomaikA, but not that far off.
Yeah, meanwhile, it is a long way away here for EnDerr. He's even getting pretty hard supply capped. but he has chased away the Link Flood for the time being. MeomaikA trying to, I imagine he's going to turn around the minute Melee's attack finishes up.
Yeah, there we go. But
EnDerr's not falling for the trap.
Yeah, Melee just now finishes up. There we go. We have a massive wave of links coming for MeomaikA. Oh god! He goes across the map and runs face first into a Baneling.
Yeah, really good Baneling connection, followed by a not as good one, but honestly, oh wow! Huh.
All right.
I was just about to praise the EnDerr here, but I guess he decided to return the favor.
Yeah, and those two Banelings were the only Banelings for EnDerr. EnDerr, he is morphing in 4 now, but that is too late. The third will go down.
It very much will, and that's the main chances too for EnDerr. Saying in this game, he has quite a number of Banelings, and the connections have been decent for him so far. Doing really good here. Holy.
Honestly, every single one of EnDerr's connections has been on point. Like, his Banelings have gotten so much value. MeomaikA, he gets a third, loses his army, backs off, but you know what? MeomaikA, he's got a third of his own.
He does, and he's actually starting to drone up pretty hard on it. 8 drones now on the way. He's still keeping a pretty hefty army lead, too.
Oh boy, exactly. And it's going to be really difficult for MeomaikA to break this position. Again, defensively, when you're at your natural with all these Banelings, it's just so difficult to make anything happen. So MeomaikA, he's actually droning up.
Yeah, might as well. Knows he's ahead, so get even further on ahead and prevent EnDerr from even equalizing. That was a kill, not a cancel, and for the first time, those Banelings connect with only a single Zergling.
Yeah, it
takes my memory anyway.
It takes a while, but MeomaikA finally gets things going with his Ling Bane. It looks like, ooh, the Lings are looking to slip into natural, and there are no Banelings here ready.
No Banelings, not even a full-on wall. They slip right on by the Queen, and these Lings, light.
Yeah, exactly. They are being chased down by the Banelings, but again, like, they get a full scout off, they get a nice timing on the lair, they get a look at the gases, and they do pick off a couple of drones. Oh my god, and the Queen.
Like so, EnDerr's making a lot of roaches, but I feel like that's the phase MeomaikA wants to fight in.
Yeah, exactly. MeomaikA, his roach one was so much more faster. His upgrade is a little bit delayed. It's a little bit later, but he's got a better economy. He's got more lava to work with. His roaches are already moving out across the map. He's got plenty of links to support his army. And EnDerr, what does he have at home? He's got some roaches, but nowhere near as much as MeomaikA.
That he does not. Best case scenario, he gets a concave, but even then, he's still going to lose the third base, and he's still going to be in a perpetual 2-base economy. MeomaikA try to fight up a ramp over here. Not the best move as a Roach v Roach player. But now, it doesn't really matter in the end. The Zergling reinforcements come in to catch some of these isolated roaches and completely surround the rest of them. GG is called MeomaikA, the cat. He is up 1-0 in his best of 3 semifinals.
That he is. GG MeomaikA with that beautiful +1 timing with that massive Ling Flood. Sure, MeomaikA may not have traded the best with his Ling Bane, but at the end of the day, all he needed to do was kill that third base and just keep EnDerr on those 2 hatcheries.
And once he was able to do that, eventually got that W, and now he's up at match point. One more, and he makes it to the finals.
That he is. And I did just get EnDerr's map choice. EnDerr is looking to juke it out on Romanticide.
Ooh. Okay. I'm liking it.
And again, this makes sense. Like, I imagine EnDerr wants to get into a bit of a longer game. He wants to survive, get his bases up and running, you know, survive that early aggression that we normally see from MeomaikA. Or maybe he's looking to turn on the aggression of his own.
On Romanticide,
No, Mia would do it.
He would. He really would.
Oh boy. Here we go as we are loading into game number 2. MeomaikA, mate, he just needs one more win. Moves on to the finals.
Indeed, he is. And he is looking to catch that. He is fishing right now. For... that analogy works so much better if it was Mio versus Demi. But regardless, we are going to be continuing our best of 3 semifinals here on Romanticide, LE. LE, of course, standing for Lovers. Eclipse of the Heart. You heard of Total Eclipse, but now it's the Lovers clip. Here, in the top left-hand corner map, starting all the way in the top left-hand corner, we have the Red Zerg player. He is coming out from the land of Ho Chi Minh City, 1/3 of that Bermuda Triangle, representing Intensity Esports, looking to win once more and make his papa proud. He is MeomaikA.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the Filipino Zerg player. He is blue. He is representing his team, Liab Esports. Currently down 0-1 in this best of 3. Can he bring it back? It is EnDerr. Gavian Napoleon Marquises Acampado himself.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah, I realized that this may be the last time we introduce him, so I had to throw it in. Yeah. He drone scouted, mate. What? Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, he knew you were casting, so he thought, you know what? I'd impress one of our casters.
And he didn't gas steal, so it didn't work. I mean, oh boy. But yeah, EnDerr. This just really shows how scared he is of MeomaikA. Like, he just wanted to make sure if there was like a 12 pool coming across the map that he would get as early a notice as possible.
Yeah, better safe than sorry, I suppose. I mean, you were just talking about it while we were in the lobby. You know, Romanticide, it is the macro map of the current map pool. That's why it's so... That's why MeomaikA is more likely to be aggressive on it.
Oh yeah, we talked about it a lot last season on Eternal Empire, right? It's one of those things where it's the largest map in the map pool, which is why we see a lot of cheese on it because you don't expect it. So yeah, MeomaikA.
Definitely happened a lot. I think the key difference between Eternal Empire and Romanticide, though, and I don't know what it really is, because if you look at it, it seems like they should be about equal in this particular respect. Eternal Empire, we saw a lot more proxies come down.
Yeah. I think on Eternal Empire, it was a little bit larger than Romanticide, which meant there were so many more proxy locations. Romanticide, the proxy locations are a little bit more obvious, as we have spoken about in the past, so it can be a little bit harder to deal with. Oh, he's doing it again!
Well, here comes another Ling Flood and EnDerr. He went in with his drone scout earlier on. Does that give him a false sense of security?
It could. We shall see, as we've got plenty of Lings on the way for MeomaikA, looking to deny that third base. Meanwhile, for EnDerr, I'm a little bit concerned. I don't quite yet see a Bailey Nest being thrown down. Oh boy, looking to just make Lings of his own.
The artist side, it all comes down to those two queens of MeomaikA. Chasing away the overlords. He's so diligent when it comes to hunting them down and denying any sort of scouting from EnDerr.
Yeah, but you know what? That comes at a cost. These queens are so exposed. The Lings of EnDerr are looking to try and surround them. Transfuse does get used to try and keep them alive. Will he be able to?
He will be able to keep one of them alive. Here come the Ling reinforcements for MeomaikA. EnDerr turns right back around and takes out a couple of isolated Lings. And this is a straight-up knife fight in the mudlight.
Oh, exactly. And I'm a little bit concerned because MeomaikA is going Ling Bane. EnDerr this time is skipping the Bane, going straight into Roaches. I don't know if that's the best call. We shall see. The Banelings are revealed.
They definitely are, and they're still playing with fire over here. Needs to split up a couple to try to snipe those Banelings. I kind of like the idea of the Roaches, but considering MeomaikA is already deep into the side of MeomaikA over here, I feel like those Roaches are just looking to get isolated. There we go.
Yeah.
Immediately isolated and surrounded here by the Lings of MeomaikA.
That they are, but you know what? Over time, more and more Roaches will pop out, and MeomaikA, he will have a harder time dealing with them. +1 did finish up for MeomaikA, so his Lings are superior, but he's kind of trapped here, and what he really wanted, the third base, is out of his reach.
It really is. Now, if he tries to go for it now, he's just going to be bombarded, that's the word, by a barrage of roaches and queens as he goes onto that ramp. And yeah, indeed, when it's all said and done, MeomaikA got 2 drones and some lings.
Yeah, and 3 roaches, which I mean, he traded better when it came to gas, but he's lost a lot of lings in the process. We do see a ling run by of EnDerr looking to try and hit MeomaikA. MeomaikA looks to defend. At the same time, he has plenty of lings across the map looking to try and slip in, and he does bypass some of these roaches. Oh my god.
And surrounds the rest of them. There are so many lings out right now, like, and the queens do not have enough transfuse energy. We do not have the critical mass of roaches just yet. And the lings, with their +1 melee, chipping away at them quickly but deadly.
Wow.
GG is called, and MeomaikA clean sweeps the semifinals. What a madman. Gee, something about the springtime light that buffs MeomaikA but nerfs EnDerr.
Just wow. I thought EnDerr may have had just enough roaches, but as you said, +1 lings, once they get a full surround like that, and if there aren't enough roaches to really buffer for each other and provide each other the lack of surface area, then that's kind of it. And EnDerr, he was droning up a little bit, he was making a wave of lings, he stopped roach production, and that's exactly the moments that MeomaikA was looking for. I don't know if I should give MeomaikA credit and be like, yo, MeomaikA, he knew what kind of timing, or if he just kind of stumbled upon it. He's like, oh my god, like, look at all these roaches, let's go for it, why not? And things kind of just worked out for him.
Regardless, he saw an opportunity, he bounced on top of it. That's why we call him El Gato.
Exactly.
El Gato Grande. The big cat.